Hey, as we look to the fall, it's time to start thinking about what we're going to do, but yet we don't know what we're going to do. So I want to give you an idea that I found online that has allowed me some flexibility. If students are in the classroom or out of the classroom, if you have some of both going on, this is one way that you can organize your units or your weeks in a way that allows students to access them anywhere and give them some self-guidance and some choice in the process. So what I have found is a thing called a hyperdoc. Now, a hyperdoc sounds big and fancy, and it sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel, but it's not. All it is a document with hyperlinks, which allows it to be very interactive. So what I have done for my units in physics is I have divided them up into different documents, and each unit has three components to it. It has what I want them to know for that unit, how I want them to grow in their understanding, and then how they're going to show me, which could be a test, it could be a project, any number of things. I'll also put my links to reviews down there in the show before the test appears. So you notice that some of these things are blue. The blue is a hyperlink. So I have in here some tutorials from a website. This one's on scientific notation. So if they need a refresher on scientific notation, look, that hyperlink pops up, and there's their tutorial on scientific notation. There are a lot of fantastic resources that already exist out there on the internet. Pull them in and collect them. I've got some from a site called CK12. I've got some from our textbook itself. If some kids actually like holding the book and flipping through it, that is totally something that some of my students wish that they could do more of. So I've put that textbook on there. I have physics classroom tutorials. I have Khan Academy videos. So if they want to scroll through a website, if they want a video, if they want something interactive that they can push and try. And then I will even have some videos like I'm doing now that I will upload on graphing and vectors that they can watch and get it straight from me. To guide this, because there's a whole lot of choices and options, there's a whole lot of repeat, to make sure that they've actually got what I want them to get and haven't gotten stuck on just learning about vectors, I have down here a checklist of what they need to know for the test. So my checklist allows them to go through and say, do I understand this? Okay, good, move on. Do I understand this? No, I need to go look at the website for that. Okay, now I feel like I've got it, move on. And that way, by the time they get to the test, if they know all those things, they're ready for the test. The grow section is what I would typically take a grade on, or what I will be taking a grade on. There are things that we would do either together in class or things that they can do on their own, like as homework. There's some worksheets in here, there's some labs in there, and I'm still working on how we're going to do labs if they have to be at home. Perhaps videos, perhaps Zoom calls, whatever it may be. But on the ones that are worksheets, you can see right here, I have also put a hyperlink. So the hyperlink will take them to the worksheet. I have one for on level, one for honors, but you notice that it will give them the worksheet out of my Google Drive, and they can work on either printing it out or they can work right there in the document. Now, of course, you don't want them working on your document in your drive. You want them working on their own document. So a little trick that I have found is when you are linking your document or whatever it may be, when you link a doc, at the very end of the link, it will say edit. You want to erase the word edit and put the word copy. And that way, whenever the student clicks on that link, it will open up their own copy in their drive. It will force a copy instead of them opening up and viewing your document and working in your document. So you can do this with your worksheets. You can also do this with the Hyperdoc itself, so that if they do want to go through and check or make notes, if you want them to actually take notes on the document itself, you can do that. And then we don't have one big shared document between 25 kids or whatever. So I have it arranged for when we're doing these, whether it's going to be an in-class lab or just have it done by the test, and then I have information on when the test is going to be. If you want some other ideas on how to do a hyperdoc and how to put it for use in your classroom and your subject, there's a whole website on Hyperdocs. It's hyperdocs.co. And it has all kinds of free resources in there about how Hyperdocs work. There are templates and samples where you can see what other teachers have done. You can definitely ask other teachers. There's videos that are instructional. You can find templates there, depending on how you want to structure it. And having that Hyperdoc there that you can either send home or use in class, I think is going to help us to organize ourselves and get ready for whatever the school year has to bring. So if you have any questions or you need to bounce any ideas off or you need any help getting started, please let me know. I'm very, very happy to help you because I know what a big, crazy job this is going to be. So if there's any way I can help you, I would be happy to do so. Thanks. See you later.